When I walked into the boardroom, the opinions were already there. The woman of color wearing a sari going into the boardroom, people are looking at you saying, what is she doing here? When I came to this country, I was a young bride and had no English, no language at all, very little education. You don't see many women CEOs in care industries.
First time in summer of 2010, I first saw you outside the Westminster Parliament. So fast forward then 11 years later, we again had the opportunity when Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji came. We were among 35 people who got the chance to meet him during his COP26. So life is a beautiful way of connecting.
I didn't know anything about yoga and I didn't know what to expect. And to my surprise, I lost 6 kilos in weight.
Wow.
And I actually couldn't believe. I said, something wrong with this scale. Honestly, so I went on the scale 3 times to make sure.
So this lady in sari speaking so boldly about corruption, black money, Ayurveda. What is the most Scottish thing about you? There's a lot of attention around the island gifted to Swami Ramdev ji and all those things. Would you share your perspective? What was it and in your community, a lot of Indian media about this controversy?
For 18, 19-year-old young girls, what I would say to you is don't.
Namaste and welcome to Global Desi Podcast. To celebrate the incredible journey of the 30 million global Indians settled outside India, we're here to shine a light on the extraordinary stories of people from all walks of life.
Hello and welcome to Global Desi Podcast. Today we've got a special guest with us. She came to UK in sari and was unable to speak English. Now to a powerhouse entrepreneur, managing 5 care homes, empowering women and revolutionizing wellness. And she has gifted a whole island for yoga. Today's guest is nothing short of remarkable. Sunita Poddar ji, namaste and welcome to Global Desi Podcast.
Thank you, Puneet.
So Sunita Poddar ji is a name that blends with compassion, conviction and cultural pride. She is the founder and CEO of Westminster Health Co., which employs more than 350 people and giving care for thousands of people in and around Glasgow. And she has not only transformed social care, but also bridged the connection between 2 continents. She's an honorary council for Nepal. That's right. You are?
Yeah, I work.
Okay. So, and you also led the yoga asana in the European Sporting Championship as well?
We're taking that to World Asana. Yeah, the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
We're taking into the Olympics, yes.
So today's Global Desi guest has done a global impact. Thank you, Sunita ji, for joining.
Thank you for this. It's my honor to be here and share my experiences with you.
Looking forward to that, ma'am. So I read about you and from cleaning the floor to owning a whole care home, that too was on loan. So take me back to that moment where you were standing outside your first care home, keys in your hand. What was going on in your mind? Were you afraid, fearful that it's on loan? Were you excited? Take us to the journey when you owned the first care home in the UK.
You're taking me back years back now. I think it's nearly 38 years when we started the care home journey.
Right.
So when I got my very first care home and standing in front of me, I was actually excited. I was so excited that something I vision, something I dream of has came to reality, came to fruition. Obviously it was a moment of joy and pride. Because like you said, we didn't have the money to invest and people didn't believe in my vision because I was running the care home with partners prior to having my own care home. So nobody believed in it, that this building can turn into the care home. And I felt that was something, I believed in my dream and I believed that this has to be done because I could see the vision, I could see the lives, I could see the joy and happiness and laughter in that building. So I went for it and I was excited, I would say. And another thing I did was when I started my very first care home, which was in Prestwick. So there was a seaside, we always used to take lesson for the walks and things. So I actually went there and picked up pebbles and put that in garden of my first care home, just to remind me where my journey started. You really never ever forget where you started from and where your journey took off. So we did that. So yeah, it was time for excitement.
That's very inspiring, Sunita ji. So did you imagine that this will grow so large from 1 care home to 5 care home? And what inspired you to start care home? Because in Western countries, it's more about cost than real care and compassion. So what drive you to start your first care home and then building up to such a big care home industry?
Okay. Well, I never had a dream to own my own business and have my own care homes or have so many homes, or, we should have our own empire or anything like that. So this is why I went to my partners, to say, okay, this is an opportunity, let's start that. And they didn't believe in it, but I believed in that and I started. So this is where my journey started, from my own business and my own care home company. Basically, when you start seeing the positive impact you're making to people, positive, the change, differences you're making, you're giving them secure environment, you're giving them loving, nurturing care, you're creating employment for the locals. So just one thing led to another, and just developed into, where we are just now.
Amazing, dude.
And I think providing a care is really, I think it's a very honorable and privileged. Only privileged people get to do that. And I find myself very honored and privileged that I was given that opportunity, or I've taken that opportunity and turned into something so beautiful. So it's for me, creating this good environment, having these buildings is not just enough. You need to have compassion. You need to have loving, nurturing.
The Seva in the Hindu philosophy.
Seva, we've talked about Seva, and we've been brought up with the Seva. Elders in our community, elders, our parents, our grandparents, always get loved. So bringing that ethos into my business and making sure that staff were trained in such a way that, look after them as your parents, look after them as they are your grandparent. So we can train you. We can put this job, you can make this job yours, as long as you are willing to give that commitment to individuals who are in our care, who are trusting us. The families are trusting us. So we need to make sure that our policy, procedure, everything sits in with our philosophy is so important. And when you create something like that, it needs to be so meaningful.
Yeah.
The money and profit doesn't make any sense, because your caring is something you have created where you see smiles on their face. You can start to see sense of belonging. They start to feel like a community. They start to feel like a big family. So for me, it's a very, very rewarding job.
So for our viewers, you didn't want it first to start just for making profit.
No.
Because you wanted to bring in the ethos of Indianness, which was Seva, respect for elders and all those things. And then it grew to such...
Yeah. Rest is history.
Yeah, definitely. And as I have learned about you, you used to come in, you're still wearing a beautiful sari today, Sunita ji. And I tried to be as Indian at all possible.
Yes.
So when you walk in a boardroom in sari, and initially you were not very fluent in English as well.
Yes.
So I assume people boardroom would used to look down upon you. And what did you tell yourself that I'll stand up and show them? What tell us about those experiences, if you may.
Yeah, sure. When I came to this country, I was a young bride and had no English, no language at all, very little education. So obviously it was, everything was very new. It was a new culture, new way of living, new way of just, communicating and everything. So you can imagine back in days, it was it still is, but more so then was a mass roads.
Yeah, it still is. It
still is. Well, especially your care industry, you don't see many women CEOs in care industry. So when I walked into the boardroom, the opinions were already there. You didn't have to, you knew what you're going into. With a woman of color wearing a sari going into the boardroom, people are looking at you and saying, what is she doing here? Does she know? Because what I felt, the ignorance was so, I felt sorry for them for thinking that way, because you can't judge people by their appearance. It's what abilities they have, how can they come, and what change they can bring, what knowledge they can bring to the table, what, so you need to really understand individuals before you make judgment. But I walked in and I kept my, head high, and I said, there were times I was quite upset. There were times hurt me. There were times, you felt, why are you doing this for? You don't need this. But, then I thought about it and I said, are you going to let them break you, or are you going to make it, or are you going to let it make you? And then I said, no, it's going to make me. I'm not going to let them break me.
Wow.
I'm going to keep my head down, keep my voice down, and just do what I believe in. And as I start working, the team grew, people joined. I had staff been working with me for 30 years, 25 years, 28 years. So we built the team because it filters from the top. When your intentions are pure, your intentions are clear, then people see that, people feel that. And that's how my journey started. So I just decided, and I felt, but once I remember I went home and actually cried. And I said, this is too much.
Yeah.
And then I thought, then I remember my grandmother's always been my support backbone, because she's my iron lady to date. Obviously, I lost her years and years ago, but still she lives within me, she lives beside me. And I said, what would she do? And I got that feeling, no, get up. You're my granddaughter, you can do it. And since then, I've never stopped. I never let any adverse comments or publicity or people's behavior change me for the good thing I was doing. I'm making positive difference to people's lives. I'm creating jobs. Why to stop because somebody doesn't like you, you wear sari, or you're a woman of color? It's their ignorance such a strong. It's not my problem, it's their problem. I need to do what I want to do.
So you broke the glass ceiling and went up, yeah.
I genuinely didn't realize what I did, what I didn't do. All I did is I believed in myself. I believed in my intentions. I believed in my projects. I knew I was making a difference, positive difference. I was creating jobs, and people were happy. When you walk around, when you see the smiles on your staff or your residents' face, you see you're doing something really good. Yes, Seva how?
Yeah.
We've been taught.
Yeah.
Balon ki seva karo, hamesha acha hoga chaliye. And that's a fruit of that true love for other community.
Yeah. That's really cool. So just for our audience, there's a lot of audience in India as well who does not understand the concept of care home. So can you just concisely just explain what Open Star Healthcare does, just in one or two sentences, provide care to elderly? Just explain that for our audience, please.
Yes, Open Star Healthcare, we provide care. We have a variety of a care package. We provide care for people who need nursing requirements, residential requirement, young physical disability, dementia care, palliative care. There's a whole lot of different types of care we provide. So basically, for people who don't know what care in home is like, basically is a hospitalized care in homely atmosphere.
Homely atmosphere, that's the key. Yeah.
So we can never make home from home, because residents come from their home into our the units where they make their home, but we try to create as close to their home. We allow them to bring their own furnitures, paintings, linen, whatever their personal belongings, which makes them settle down better. So we support them to do that. And as a full spectrum of care we provide in our care homes.
So you visit all the care homes and speak?
I go not every day, but yes, I do go around, and I love doing that. I love meeting my community, people in our homes and residents and staff. So yes, I do go around.
Perfect. So Sunita ji, now we're moving to the second section of your social and other We talked about your business entrepreneur. Empire. Now we're moving to the social side. Before that, I wanted to make a personal connection when first time I met you. I'm not sure if you remember, before we dive into those things. So first time in summer of 2010, I first saw you outside the Westminster Parliament when there was, we were doing a silent protest
Yes.
against the swooping of Swami Ramdev Babaji, who was unfairly dismissed from his protest in Delhi, Ramlila Maidan.
Yeah.
And he was on hunger strike against corruption and black monies stashed by the corrupt people in India and abroad. So the Delhi police in the middle of the night removed him. So I heard about this on social media, on a Facebook. I think I was very new, just a year in this country, and I thought I should go. And my wife was pregnant, and my wife said, no, don't go. Something will blow. I said, no, it's UK. It should be safe. So I went there and I saw you standing there. I thought this lady in sari speaking so boldly about corruption, black money, Ayurveda. So I was really mesmerized by what you said. I'm no. You must not have noticed me because I was nobody at that time. So
No, it's not about nobody. I think it's about, having, yes, we had a huge number that's there. So it's difficult to remember everybody.
yeah, I know. So fast forward then 11 years later, we again had the opportunity when Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji came. We were among 35 people who got the chance to meet him during his COP26. So life is a beautiful way of connecting. And I see your work, what you do in Ayurveda, in yoga and all those things. So shall we now dive into your yoga and Patanjali section? So Sunita ji, you had a strong link to yoga and Ayurveda and Swami Ramdev ji. So how did that connection started, and what it means for your life, the connection with yoga and Swami Ramdev ji? Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, sure, Puneet. In 2006, Swamiji came very first time to United Kingdom.
2006.
2006, yeah. Very first time he's put his footstep outside India, and he came to United Kingdom, and he did various camps in England.
Mm-hmm.
So that time we were opening our Hindu Mandir in Glasgow.
Okay.
So he came for opening for a day.
Right.
So obviously I was part of the organizing committee at the time. So I was involved and had an opportunity to meet Swamiji.
Oh.
And he performed a little bit his yoga, and before I met him, I was quite skeptical.
So first time you met him 2006. So
2006 in Hindu Mandir.
okay. As if you knew him from India.
No.
I don't know.
Until that day, one day prior to that day, I didn't know anything about yoga or Ayurveda. Can you believe that? It's just the impact it had on me since then. It's amazing how it changes you. So 2006, when Swamiji came, so I met him in the Hindu Mandir for very first time. He performed his yoga, and he's a charismatic personality. Anybody meets him once becomes his. Full stop. You please yourself. So he did the yoga, and then afterwards I had a chance to talk to him, and he invited me to one of his camp in London, in Harrow, because I didn't know anything about yoga, and I didn't know what to expect or what to do. So I said, you know what, let's go for a week. And kuch nahi to kam se kam at least 1 week holiday ho jayega. Break from work, let's just go. So that was my attitude. With that attitude, I went to London and attended his camp for a week. And to my surprise, I lost 6 kilos in weight.
Wow.
And I actually couldn't believe. I said, something wrong with this scale. Honestly.
Right.
So I went on the scale 3 times to make sure I got the right way. Because I wore the same clothes. Sometimes it could be different with various different.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and I was just gobsmacked. I just couldn't believe, how a proper exercise, proper breathing, proper diet can have such a huge impact on your physical health and mental health, which is a major crisis at the moment. So that was it. I mean, that then there was no stopping for me, because I find something worked for me, because I was trying to lose weight for a long time. I have been so many different clubs, so many, the Scottish Slimmers or Weight Watchers and all these places. So obviously, November, I went to Haridwar for another camp, 10 days camp in Haridwar, the Swamiji. And just one thing led to another. And in 2007, he saw something he saw in me and he said, right, okay, you're taking the trust over in UK and Europe. So he made me trustee of the Patanjali Yogpeeth UK Trust. Since then, I've been managing it. And so obviously the journey started from there. And so there's basically, we train thousands of teachers. We not just in UK, I traveled across the world and the globe, and we did that. So yeah, this is how my journey started with Patanjali and Swamiji.
Amazing. So would you say that Patanjali has revived the India soft power? Now we have got an International Yoga Day, which is now celebrated all over the world. So do you think that especially Patanjali has revived the ancient knowledge of yoga, Ayurveda, and especially among young people and people of Western origin? I can see people now know ghee, ashwagandha, haldi. These things were only known to the Indian subcontinent, but now you can see these products in every supermarket. So do you think Patanjali was a key contributor to reviving I would say that, because before that nobody put it our generation, Patanjali. What do you think about Patanjali reviving the Indian Ayurveda and yoga?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. Because what Swamiji has done, he's brought yoga out of ashrams into living rooms. Prior to 2006, I didn't know anything about yoga. Now you practice every day.
Yeah.
And you're not just practicing, you're teaching others to practice. So 100%. Acharya Sri and his Ayurvedic knowledge is also scientifically proven. So yes, bringing all these products onto the shelves of supermarket, 100% these two individuals have played a vital role in bringing this. As well as Swamiji has played a pivotal role to bring that and bringing to the youth, because now you can take pride in that, saying this is from our ancient knowledge, it's our heritage. So it's not just that ancient knowledge and heritage now is becoming a global asset. People are recognizing it. People are recognizing its value, its benefits. So yes, these two individuals has done definitely and played a very, very big role to bring that into the global market.
So tell us more about what are you doing for the International Yoga Day. I heard that you're organizing some yoga events across the years. You can spot them. Can you talk as well?
Yes. We are actually, this is 11th year for our International Day of Yoga. We completed 10 years. So this year we are again organizing in Emirates Arena on 21st of June, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a pre-event. And I'm doing with the Consul General of India, Mr. Malikji, Glasgow, India, Indians. So we are all come together and doing a huge event. We are expecting hundreds and hundreds of people coming. Maybe 1,000 people would be there to practice yoga, which we have done in past. So this would be my fifth or sixth event in Emirates Arena. Because 2 years we could, because of the COVID, closed dive. So we will be doing it in Emirates Arena, and we are giving away free yoga mats and free t-shirts and other goodies. So I would ask everyone to come and experience. It's for any ages, any abilities. The people who have not practiced, who are new to the yoga, can come and actually experience and benefit. See the benefit like I did. Look what they happened to me. So it's a lot of benefits. So come and join us. You can register online on Eventbrite. So go on Eventbrite, just join us and come and experience. Also, we got the teacher Sadi Devaditi is coming from Karidwar. So she will be taking the class. So she's one of the brilliant teachers I know. So don't miss the opportunity. Please come and experience the yoga.
So you talked about the teachers training as well. Yes, but can you talk us more about it? What is that teachers training? How can someone enroll for that?
Okay. So we do assistant teachers training level 1 here in UK. It's a total 60 hours course where 25 hours practical and 35 hours they do online learning. And so this you can actually make inquiries if anybody wants to become yoga teacher, to teach others, or just to self-development course, to develop their own skills, to practice their own, or with their families and friends. Then just come make inquiry through our website.
Sure.
And we'll let you know. There's a 4 training happening in July,
Right.
mostly in England. We are doing 4 weekends because Sadvij is here. So there would be 4 sets of training, assistant yoga teachers training happening. I think it's Birmingham, London, Reading, and Leeds.
Right.
So make inquiry. Just come through our website and
So you don't need prior knowledge of yoga to do this training.
you would need little bit.
Right.
I think you would need new person coming in and getting training. They can do you can come and do the self-development course first before you become teacher.
Right.
So, and you would be level 1 assistant teachers where you would have somebody mentoring you,
Okay.
supporting you. And then we do the level 3 teachers training, which we normally take everybody to Haridwar. So that's where they go and do the training with Swamiji to become a proper yoga teacher.
I really encourage our young listeners to take this opportunity and become a yoga teacher, which is a wonderful opportunity. And yoga is growing all over the West,
Yeah.
So let's learn from the authentic source.
Yes.
Yeah, not the beer yoga and all those yoga.
No,
But
this is our Asian sign, Asian wisdom, and the benefit, because we are all breathing. It's just matter of acknowledging and breathing with your intention to get health benefit.
yeah. So do you think ever yoga and Ayurveda will come to mainstream in LHS or anybody? Because I know a lot of you have been one of the person in this. So I know somebody in London, Amarjit Phamaji,
Yes.
Manjuli Kari. A lot of people are working to bring, because there's so much of health benefit to yoga.
Yes.
So how can we all support to bring yoga and meditation and Ayurveda to the mainstream, in the medical in LHS? Is there a way we can all help?
I think is more we practice, more we see the benefits, more we do the studies, and when we have proper studies done, when we do the trial runs and say, okay, these are the benefits. So there's so many benefits are already there. So many research paper has been published about this. So we just need the key people to believe in that,
Right.
because prevention is better than cure.
100%.
And yoga is definitely is one of the biggest. I'm a biggest fan of that, and it's a best prevention system exists in the world. I believe, and so if more you practice, benefit you feel,
The long term.
and if we start using, especially with children, I'm trying to take it to the schools because children are our future.
Yeah, that's
So if we can push into the schools as a part of the curriculum, then what would happen is that the children are trained, and then the future gets stronger. So for me, I think again, like-minded people need to come together, support each other for the bigger cause, and if we can actually implement that, then we can save billions of pounds for Scottish government.
No, definitely, Sunita. I think I now understand your connection with yoga and how you're promoting the overall wellness through your Patanjali Yogpeeth, through your care home. So you're a person of care, and which I can say. So there's one last question on this segment is, there's a lot of attention around the island gifted to Swami Ramdev Ji and all those things. So would you share your perspective? What was it? And I know especially in 2014, there was a lot of, in your community, a lot of Indian media about this controversy, if I may say. So tell us more about what led you to gift an island to Swamiji, and tell me your perspective about.
Okay. Obviously, I became trustee of Patanjali Yogpeeth UK Trust in 2007. And the benefit I personally felt through yoga and Ayurveda, I really wanted to share that with everybody. Not everybody could go to Haridwar and go to retreat and do that. So I wanted to build something here. So I was actively looking for a place where we can open a retreat center. So Ireland wasn't in mind at all, to be honest. I was just looking anywhere in UK. So we were looking in England, Midlands, Scotland, anywhere if I can get a huge property where we can turn into a resource center. Yeah, so everybody knew I was looking for it. So one day, I remember the November 2008, I used to run classes here.
Right.
So one of the students phoned me and says, Sunita, you're still looking for this property for your retreat? I said, yes. So she said, there's an island for sale not far from here. Would you be interested? And I was quiet for a minute. I said, island? Second, Kalina, who's going to buy an island? It's just something I never imagined. A lot of things had happened I have never planned. It just happened. So I said, okay, then it was my birthday in November. So I said, you know what? Let's go and have a day out, take a picnic, celebrate my birthday on island and see it if we like it. And if we can do something with it, we will do that. So I went there with my 2 daughters and the student, I think I had named Jane or something. I can't remember now. So the 4 of us went on, and when we were crossing, the sun was a beautiful day, sea was calm, you could see the sparkles of sun rays on the sea, in the water, and then all of a sudden the dolphins start going next to our boat. And so these signs are so positive.
Yeah.
So it made me happy already before I even reached the island. So obviously I went on the island, and as I put a step on it, I felt at peace.
Wow.
My mind stopped chattering. I felt at peace, and I said, oh, this energy is very, very good. So I said, okay. So we start walking. We landed on the East Coast, start walking towards the West Coast. And as I started to go deeper into the island, I was getting more convinced in my mind. I was like, this is the place.
This is the place.
If I want to make a difference, this is where it's going to be. And obviously, Bot Island.
So what is that island called for our viewers?
It's a little Cumbria Island. We call it V Cumbria Island. WEE. B Cumbria Island. Yeah. It's next to Millport and literally 20 minutes from Largs crossing. So you can go there. And so obviously I bought it, and then...
So much you visited that?
Oh yeah, many times.
Yeah.
Not prior to I bought it. I gifted that to Patanjali Yogpeeth UK Trust. So this is it belongs to the charity, not to me.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Sorry for clarifying that. Yeah.
And then we do the retreats. Now we are open to we go a lot of camping there. You can go and do glamping.
Wow.
You can do a corporate days. You can do team building. You can go for a day with your team and do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then you can celebrate your birthdays, anniversaries.
Definitely.
A lot of different things can be done there, and you can go for your retreat there. So yes, this is what the true story is. As I know there was a lot of speculation, but they weren't true. Nothing was true.
That's good that it's all settled now. And as you're trying to help the community by providing a wellness island, and I'm sure not many of the young generation know that there is a island exists in Scotland which is dedicated to yoga, and it is donated to Patanjali Yogpeeth. That's an amazing achievement, Sunita ji. So I know we are running short of time and we will have to wind up, but our podcast focuses on Indian diaspora. Anybody who want to see India rising or to contribute to that. So you built something from very scratch, you had nothing. A young bride came here and built a care home and expanded, also giving back to community. So if there is some 18, 19-year-old girl listening, so what message, and she's just being fearful that, oh, should I take the risk or should I not take the risk? So what message do you want to give to, or what to whisper to her ear through this podcast, that what should, so for an Indian diaspora girl sitting here, just graduated or something like that. So what message would you like to give, Sunita ji?
For 18, 19-year-old young girls, what I would say to you is, don't let fear decide your future. Fear is just a thought. And don't let that thought control you. You are in control. You are more powerful than what you think you are. So believe in yourself. Take that first step. once you take that first step, the sky's the limit. So don't let anybody stop you from your dreams to come to fruition. Have the courage to walk into every single room without fear. I had to do that. So please, believe in yourself, listen to your gut instinct, and don't let fear control you. Go out there and you will be surprised how much you can achieve.
Amazing. That's very inspiring. What are those about? Thank you, Sunita ji. So this is the last segment we have kept for some fun element topic. So I'll just ask you some rapid fire questions. You just get 10 seconds to think about it and you respond. Are you ready for that?
Sure, so I'll recover finish.
Okay, let's start with something very Scottish. So what is the most Scottish thing about you?
Tately tea bags.
That's it.
I love my tately tea bags.
So you don't like the masala chai?
No, I don't drink masala.
Okay. So what are the couple of things we can find in your purse, the purse you carry? What are some of the things?
My glasses,
Uh-huh.
my notepad, and my pen.
Yep.
Because you just don't know what can inspire you in. So you want to make sure you would make notes.
Okay. So got few more, but so what is the one piece of advice you've received which has stayed with you for a long time? What is a favorite quote which has stayed with you for a very long time?
I think as my grandmother's teaching, don't let thought control you.
Right.
Because when the ideas come to your head or thought comes to your head, and when they're attached to your emotions, it takes over you. So don't let them control you. You control your thoughts, you control your emotions. Then nobody can stop you. You become unstoppable, and always believe in yourself. Like I advise the girls,
Yeah.
I basically follow that myself to date.
Right.
And even I'm stuck, I talk to my grandmother. She's always there with me.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Sunita ji. Do you want to say any closing remarks about achievements of Indian diaspora in the UK? Anything you want to just share?
Basically, I want to share is it gives me immense pride and joy, and I feel very honorable to be an Indian woman. And for our Indian diaspora, they're doing a brilliant job in UK, and I think we make each other very proud. And I'm proud to be Indian woman, and I'm proud to be part of the Indian diaspora. And be the change you want to see in the world, like Mahatma Gandhi said.
Definitely.
So this is what I would say to everyone. And I am very proud to be who I am and where I belong to. And everyone who does, we all go out and do the best we can. And we always do that.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sunita ji.
No,
Coming to our podcast, and
thank you for inviting.
yeah, no, definitely. Thank you so much.